Hey guys, highly interested here. Back again with another video, but this time with a little something different. I kind of sat here as I was recording my videos, and I kind of sat down and looked at all the stuff that I have, and just was kind of in awe on how everything kind of works so well together. The stuff that I have, the stuff that I've acquired, and even back then when I didn't even really have any of this stuff that I was able to accomplish with just one simple thing. And so that kind of led me to think about this particular topic, and that being this, I was just thinking about how if you have like these three particular items that you may already have lying around, you kind of have like no excuse to kind of put off experimenting and creating, finding your niche and kind of making videos, especially if you've kind of had that on the bucket list for a long time. I feel like now more than ever, there's so many things that can work to your benefit. That's all, either readily available or available to you now, like for a significantly cheaper cost than things, did back then. And yeah, so I kind of wanted to run down, three main things that I think you would personally need to even just start or even succeed. It's just coming down to the basics, and that being for the most part, a lot of what videos are just that, videos. You don't obviously need a super fancy camera. Like the one I have now, the one I'm recording on, is actually my iPhone, iPhone 14 Pro Max. It's relatively new, not too old entirely. But yeah, it takes great video. Yeah, great pictures, anything that I need to do. That phone has been, you know, pretty much proven to get it done, And with that, I was able to do a lot with just my iPhone. When I first started out, like the first maybe 5 to 10 videos on my channel are all straight from my iPhone with iMovie, and I was able to accomplish a lot. I thought I did really good, in terms of like beginning just to kind of put stuff out there. But from my iPhone, I was able to get some gameplay footage, edit my videos, make thumbnails. What else? And yeah, do so much stuff. Oh, and upload and do all that stuff from my phone. So my iPhone in of itself was its own little, creation studio. And from that point, I started thinking like, oh wow, if I can do so much with this, what else can I do with what I have? And back home, I have or the computer that I'm using now is my MacBook Air M1. That kind of leads into like the second thing, and you can have either or, a laptop or a pretty decent tablet. For me, I'm stuck in the Apple ecosystem. It's not like it's a bad thing. I actually really do love it for the simplicity of how things all work together. Like it's amazing. It's fantastic. I don't see myself getting, an actual PC anytime soon at all for like work purposes. I'm sticking with Apple because damn, these things have been really good to me. And yeah, so I plan to, give my loyalty to those who've served me well, and Apple has been doing that, so is what it is. But anyway, yeah, so that MacBook Air is able to run so many different kind of video editing software. It also has, iMovie, like I mentioned before, free to anybody to kind of use. And not only that, something amazing kind of happened recently with the audio software and all the video editing software, Procreate, Logic Studios, Procreate, Final Cut Pro. They recently released a new subscription. It's very reminiscent of how Adobe's using their kind of subscription model for all their little services and stuff. Apple is kind of going that way as well, but giving you pretty much all of their premium stuff for a subscription base. I think it's like, I'm not too sure how much it is a month. They said it was like 129 a year. So break that up. What is that, like 12 bucks, 11 bucks a month? But it gives you access to all of their editing software. So now more than ever, it's very easy for somebody to kind of get into, content creation. For those of you who've kind of had that thought in your mind, like, you know what, I kind of want to do this, I kind of want to do that, technology nowadays has, goddamn, has done so many leaps and bounds. So much has evolved for us to, take advantage of. And I'm just now doing that, and I'm just realizing how amazing a lot of this shit is. Like technology, man. I thought I used to be a tech nerd back then, kind of fell off, but been slowly getting back into it, and Jesus Christ, I'm amazed. And yeah, so that's there, man. That laptop, even tablet. Okay, I'll tell you right now. I recently took the plunge in getting a iPad Pro, the newest one, the 11-inch model one. And yeah, that has been amazing. You can, like, I'm using it right now, like, dude. So this is an amazing, like, little companion for those of you who want to, get into video making and need somewhere to kind of put ideas, or somewhere to be creative with. And I highly recommend, like, if you have the ability, like for me, I went to my local phone store, AT&T, and I got this on a, what do you call that, those fucking installment plan. And I'll tell you what, I do not regret it. It's been amazing. I've been using it for a lot of things. It's highly capable, and it's just been been a fun time to use. Get to know and kind of figure out. And I really do love it. But if you have any kind of iPad, like my wife has an iPad Mini, she's able to do the same thing. Content creation from that one small little device can do so much, and it's just amazing. If you have an iPad, like, damn, you're already like 90% of the way there. I shit you not. Like, that's how it is nowadays. And Apple now just made it even easier to, get into content creation. And yeah, I hope through this video, some of you kind of go ahead and take that plunge. It's 2026, brand new year. Maybe the first month you're kind of like in and out of, starting that YouTube journey, kind of still hesitant. Hey, come February, let that be. Wait, are we in February? Oh, we are in February. Shit. Whatever. Goddamn. Whatever. But yeah, if you've been holding out, now's the time more than ever to, take advantage of what you got. And yeah. And another thing, for content creation, I do recommend a lot of other things. Um, and I say the second most important, other than like the computer, or the phone in of itself, is like the audio equipment that you're using. For me, I'm using this little fine mic. I forgot what model it is and brand, whatever. I think I paid around like 60 bucks for it. And I'll tell you what, it's not too bad of a mic. Trust me, I've watched many reviews on many different mics and in many different price ranges, and this one kind of checked all the boxes of my particular needs. Budget friendly, looks cool. Well, not cool, but it looks all right. It's not some weird fucking awkward shape. It supports a lot of other stuff, XLR, those big fat cables that you can plug into like a sound controller board. So it's, yeah, pretty good. Price range and all that stuff. Audio quality sounds pretty good. I'm still kind of working out the kinks of how to fuck with all the audio settings, to make your voice sound loud, make it sound more perfect, more professional. It's all software stuff, and I'm kind of slowly learning, but is what it is. And yeah, so as far as mics go, that's one of my recommendations here. I know Fine has another microphone, I think for like around 35 bucks. And I'll tell you what, if it sounds anything like this, which I reckon it does, it might sound a little bit different. Obviously, for the cheaper quality, you're obviously getting stuff that's maybe not as high tech or whatever. But can say for sure that I would trust this little budget beginner brand, the Fine. I, if you had to put your money somewhere, I'd say this is a pretty safe bet. For quality, for cost, is phenomenal, to say the least. And yeah, and what else? Let's see here. That's pretty much all you guys need, man. And like I said, you guys are pretty much there. Just go ahead if you have all that stuff. If not, make that little investment here in yourself and kind of explore. Kind of find a little style here on YouTube. Find out what you want to do, and yeah, get on it. That's all I can kind of do here. Is just kind of recommend this stuff here and kind of show kind of some people, because not that many people know what you can kind of do on a simple phone, or not that many people really know how easy it is to kind of get started. And so yeah, hopefully this video finds those of you who are in that kind of like predicament, kind of don't know what you can do, what you can't do, just kind of take a step back, look at what you got, and give it a go. Even with what you got, bare minimum, just give it a go and post something up. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Highly interested here. Hope you guys found that kind of interesting or informative. And yeah, and if you can please so kindly do me a favor and subscribe, I'll be much appreciated by me. And yeah, hope to see you guys next time in the next one. Adios and have a good night or morning, wherever you are. Bye bye.